What's up, you guys? This is your second stimulus package update and second stimulus check update for Saturday, October 3rd. Hope you guys are doing well today. Several updates for you guys, but first, I just really want to thank all of you guys for wishing us a very safe trip home. We just got back from Washington, D.C. yesterday, and it feels really good to be back. I really appreciate the positive energy that you guys have sent our way. Multiple updates that I want to share with you guys. A lot of you guys have asked me about President Trump, about whether or not I knew about him contracting the virus. And to answer your question, yes, I have heard about it. I didn't really want to talk too much about it without getting a whole lot more information on his situation. However, I do have more information about that, about his health conditions and how that can directly impact our next stimulus package that comes out and the urgency that it places on having that be delivered. Also, we've heard from airlines. Airlines have actually threatened to release or lay off over 100,000 employees. I don't know how many of you guys know, but airlines, many of them have unions, and they band quite tightly together. And the relationship between airlines and their unions and how that can make Nancy Pelosi be far more willing to negotiate just to make a deal pass. I'm going to break down the details on that with you guys shortly. And if you guys get any value out of this video, I would really appreciate if you smash the like button for me. And wow, you guys have been giving me so much positive feedback about the Financial Freedom Program. So thank you guys so much. I really hope you enjoyed the webinar presentation. And if you guys haven't already checked out the webinar or the movie, whatever you guys want to call it, it's a really awesome watch, and you can sign up for free just by clicking the link below this video or in the pinned comment section below. The program is still currently available for pre-order, so if you guys are interested in taking advantage of the over 50% off deal we're running while it's still on pre-order, then smash the link below this video and register for free. So make sure you check out the Financial Freedom movie and let me know your thoughts on it. As the President of the United States, Trump has been known to very infrequently, if ever, wear a mask. And overall, many people have said that President Trump's level of concern in terms of the seriousness, the severity of this virus has been quite low. I think that this is why that President Trump actually contracting the virus comes as such a shock to so many people. And it's been said that the stunning news that President Trump has contracted the virus has ignited a new urgency for Congress to come together on another massive package of emergency virus relief. And according to Nancy Pelosi, she said this kind of changes the dynamic because they see the reality of what we have been saying all along. This kind of changes the dynamic because they see the reality of what we have been saying all along. This is a vicious virus and it spreads. But in terms of passing the next stimulus package, the big question is, how does President Trump's contraction of this virus add additional pressure on Congress to pass the next package? But it's been said that the fact that President Trump contracting this virus puts more pressure on Congress to pass the next stimulus package. In fact, we just heard from Senate Majority Leader Mitch MCConnell, who for weeks downplayed the chances of reaching an agreement, but was offering a way more bullish tone on Friday. According to Mitch MCConnell, he said, "I'm trying to figure out whether I should predict another bill quickly or not. But the talks have speeded up in the last couple of days." He said, "I think we're closer to getting an outcome." We've also heard from Congressman Dean Phillips. He said, "Time will tell, but I think if anything, it might actually be the final dose of inspiration necessary to bring both sides together and ensure something gets done." Now, I've personally been hanging out on many different blogs, and I've heard a lot of different conspiracy theorists talk about the fact that, President Trump actually contracting this virus at this point in time is incredibly strategic, and how this may actually be a leverage type of strategy that President Trump may actually be employing at this time. I don't know if I buy into that. I mean, I'm not that big of a huge conspiracy theorist, but I'd love to know what you guys think about this. I mean, the timing is a bit odd. I mean, President Trump hasn't been wearing a mask for quite some time. He's been engaging with a lot of different people, though he does say he wears a mask when he needs it. But this is something to consider. I mean, President Trump contracting the virus only a few weeks before the election. I don't know. I guess, anything's fair game at this point, but I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. And it's been said that some Washington insiders have been baffled by the lack of pressure the public has put on the individual members of Congress to get something done. Now, I've communicated with you guys on a number of different times regarding reaching out to your congressmen and women. And based on the comments that I saw from you guys on previous videos, it definitely looks like you guys are reaching out to your congressmen and applying pressure. Now, according to this particular article, it looks like they're not seeing a whole lot of pressure from the individuals, in our community, in our economy, you guys, my subscribers, in terms of reaching out to your congressmen. It's basically saying we're not applying pressure as voters onto the congressmen and women to make something happen. So I'm just wondering, is this accurate or not? The bill that was passed by the House on Thursday was $2.2 trillion, but we have yet to hear from the Senate in terms of their vote on this bill yet. About a month ago, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi promised us that she would keep the House in session until another stimulus package has been passed. However, I have heard from credible sources that House lawmakers actually headed for the exits on Friday. Senate Majority Leader Steny Hoyer told them to be prepared at any time to return to the Capitol in the event an agreement emerges. Co-chairman Josh Gottheimer of the Problem Solvers Caucus said, "I think this puts more focus on the importance of getting a deal to help people fight the virus. If this doesn't point out that we are still in the middle of a health crisis and economic crisis, I don't know what does. We can't afford to wait until after the next inauguration to help people. This just reinforces the urgency." So of course we're hearing mixed opinions on whether or not President Trump's health condition will impact the speed that we get another stimulus package agreement. However, it does look like the general consensus is that President Trump's health condition will actually force negotiations to take place more quickly. President Trump was hospitalized on Friday evening, less than 24 hours after announcing that he actually had the virus. President Trump's aides are saying that he experienced coughing, congestion, and fever symptoms that only got worse throughout the day. News reports actually said that President Trump was flown to Walter Reed National Military Medical Center, which is actually located in Maryland, after being given an experimental antibody treatment as the White House rushed to cope with a commander-in-chief infected by a virus that has killed more than 208,000 people in the United States. Just before being flown to Walter Reed Hospital in Maryland, President Trump said, "I want to thank everybody for their tremendous support." He said, "I'm going to Walter Reed Hospital. I think I'm doing very well, but we're going to make sure that things work out." While President Trump is typically known for an orangey tan, it was noted that he was unusually pale and lethargic during this 18-second video message. We've heard from high-ranking executives within the airline sector. In fact, it's been said that airlines could actually see more relief ahead of the stimulus deal. Airlines have been provided with billions of dollars through the CARES Act as a direct relationship to the fact that the economy was shut down back in March. The stimulus package relief that was provided to the airlines was basically to kind of keep them afloat, since hardly anyone was able to fly at that time. And the airlines were losing hundreds of million dollars per week. Major airline executives have released warnings that over 100,000 employees of the airlines will be laid off if additional stimulus relief is not provided. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi recently spoke up on this matter, and she has urged major airlines to delay more than 100,000 planned job cuts, citing that financial relief is imminent. She said, "Today I am calling upon the airlines to delay their devastating job cuts as relief for airline workers is being advanced in Congress." Stocks for United Airlines as well as multiple other airline companies have actually jumped on this news. This actually shows that investors are very confident that additional stimulus money is coming, at least for the airlines. It's been said that when the House of Representatives came back from recess early about a month and a half ago to pass the $25 billion USPS stimulus package, that a lot of this urgency comes from the fact that the USPS actually has a very strong, very powerful union, and that the Democrats rely heavily on the support from these unions. And similarly, when it comes to airlines, airlines have a very protective union, and that the strength of this union is putting more pressure on Nancy Pelosi to make a deal happen quickly. Now, with the additional pressure being placed on Nancy Pelosi through the strength of these unions, the big question is whether or not this will force Nancy Pelosi to be more willing to negotiate with House or with Senate Republicans on this next stimulus package. Now, two different scenarios come up as a result of this thought process. Number one, Nancy Pelosi becomes far more willing to negotiate just to get another stimulus package passed. It gets stimulus checks out to the American people, and it provides the airlines with the additional finances needed to keep the doors open to prevent additional layoffs. But the second scenario could be that Nancy Pelosi could just simply propose and pass a separate standalone skinny bill that only provides financing to the airlines. But of course, we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. But anyway, guys, that's all for the stimulus check and stimulus package update, but I do want to share an announcement with you guys. What's up, YouTube fam? I have a really exciting announcement for you guys. So it's been nearly a year in the making, but the Financial Freedom Masterclass is finally available. So if you guys have any interest in understanding the real effective tactics to take a low credit score and turn it into a winning credit score with my guidance, I'm going to show you guys exactly how inside of this program, step by step, literally from A to Z, on exactly what to do in order to immediately start improving your credit in an automated fashion. So that's the coolest part about my teachings on building credit. I don't teach people in theory just like the rest of the industry. I actually give you step-by-step guidance on how to automatically build your credit without even thinking about it. That way you guys don't have to sacrifice changing your lifestyle. I think that's the main thing that separates my program from the rest that are out there on the market. On top of building your credit, I'm going to prove to you and show you step by step exactly how to leverage yourself inside of the stock market in a responsible way if you're interested in generating wealth and increasing your net worth responsibly over the long run, year over year. And hey, this program has nothing to do with day trading or getting rich quick, okay? Because there's a lot of risk in day trading, and I don't personally believe in that model. I believe in a low risk approach on actually getting involved in the stock market so that way you can actually reap the rewards of compound interest. And if you guys know anything about compound interest, Albert Einstein literally calls it the eighth wonder of the world. In his own words, he says that the person who understands compound interest earns it, and the person who doesn't understand compound interest pays it. So I want you guys to be the earners, and that's exactly why I've made an entire section of this program dedicated to revealing all of my secrets and my tactics on how to actually invest in the stock market with a low risk approach in the right way. So again, everybody teaches in theory, but I'm trying to separate my program by actually sharing my screen and guiding you guys A to Z on exactly what platforms I recommend, exactly what buttons to click on, and exactly the kinds of investment instruments that actually work in today's market. So nothing about what I teach is in theory. I'm actually going to show you and share my screen and do it with you. So I'm super excited about the investing portion of my program, and that's not all, you guys. I'm also going to show you exactly how to master money management and how you guys can take control of your finances and know exactly where every single dollar is going within your own financial life. Okay, so let's get to the point, right? I've made a really awesome financial film for you guys. It's like a movie. And if you guys are interested in watching this 40-minute movie, it's going to add so much value into your life. If you guys have any interest at all in personal finance or building your credit score, so I'm going to pin a comment down below this video, and I'm going to add the link to the movie to this video description so that you guys can immediately watch this amazing 40-minute movie where I'm going to literally share with you guys the 3 most important secrets that have literally taken me from being $30,000 in debt to $1 million in net worth while achieving an 850 credit score. So you guys can literally rip off these 3 secrets, learn from them, and immediately implement them into your life totally for free. And there are no registration fees or anything like that. So you guys can just watch the 40-minute film. That's going to really add value into your life. And if you're interested in pre-ordering at the end of the film, then I would be happy to earn your business and add true value into your life. But either way, I hope you guys enjoy the movie. It took me literally nearly a year just to get all of this done, and I just finally got the course done, and it's currently being edited as we speak, which is why it's available for pre-order. So without further ado, go ahead and click the link inside the pinned comment or in the video description and enjoy the Financial Freedom film. Thank you so much, guys, for hearing me out, and I hope to see you guys inside of my Financial Freedom program. Take care, guys.